The harbingers. I am in a town outside of space and time. It's the only explanation I can think of. How else is it possible to leave, to drive away through dense Appalachian forest, only to end up back at the welcome sign? I wonder if this place even exists anymore. I wonder what happened to Crenshaw, Pennsylvania. It began and would come to end with the strange figures, reports and sightings of cloaked people. Well, what we thought were people, standing around street corners at night. They seemed to be interested in the historical sites. The courthouse, Old Main, some of the other old buildings in town, at least at first. There's nothing illegal about walking around main streets in a cloak at night. Still, local law enforcement wanted a word, but the cloaked figures always avoided capture. They would disappear into the darkness with unnatural speed, according to the reports. What started as an off-putting curiosity quickly turned into widespread fear when they started prowling neighborhoods. Terrified residents were calling in nightly to report the strange, cloaked figures creeping down streets, peering in through windows. Yet still, they would disappear before the police could apprehend them. I'll admit to being a touch frightened myself. I had seen them in the dark, and when they began trying door handles, I caved. I went and bought a gun. I had never owned one before, but the rattling of my doorknob in the dead of night was enough to spur me to the nearest gun shop. I ended up taking home a pretty standard Smith & Wesson revolver, and it lived right under my bedside table. For all the good it would do me, it may have well just stayed there. Things escalated quickly after that. Sightings became more frequent, and even during daylight hours. It was enough to highlight the figure's unnatural posture and proportions. I'll never forget the first glimpse I caught in broad daylight, the elongated torso, the exaggerated hunch. Yet still, none were apprehended. The nightmare really began with the chanting in the square. The figures met together in a park in the center of town, right off Old Main. They stood in a circle in the dead of night, chanting in an otherworldly tongue through to the morning. You may wonder why nobody did anything to stop them, or at least identify them. And let me tell you, it was tried. Once it became clear that the figures were transfixed on their chanting, the authorities were called, and a few brave souls came forward. Now I was not present for this, only the most curious were, but the tale spread quickly. The figures were unmasked, their hoods thrown back, and what laid underneath was difficult to understand. They were bone-white, malformed creatures. Some had elongated heads. Others were beaked and bird-like. Still others had near incomprehensible features, as if the mere perception of their countenance was akin to solving a Gordian knot. The beings did not protest their exposure. From what I was told, they did not move at all. No, it wasn't that they did not move. It was that they were immovable, indomitable statues that chanted, that brought forth phenomena that not I, nor any other resident of Crenshaw could understand. Some who were present reacted in fear, fleeing back to their homes. Those were the wise ones. Some reacted with aggression, discharging firearms at the creatures, but to no avail. They were not fazed, not drawn from their chanting. Most unsettling were those who reacted with madness, those who shrieked and laughed and joined in with the incomprehensible chanting. Perhaps in actuality, they were the wisest. They were left alone, for when the chanting stopped, Crenshaw became theirs. I do not know how long it has been. There are no longer days in Crenshaw, only a perpetual sepia twilight, intercut with sporadic, immeasurable spells of darkness. The creatures and their insane progeny prowl the streets as if on a hunt, when a resident with a shred of sanity left is caught. Well, I have seen many outcomes. They are not consistent beings. If I were to guess a motive, it is madness. They crave it. They wish to cultivate it. Those caught by the beings are subjected to all manner of things meant to break the mind, but it is never the same. I have seen men screaming in the street as the creatures bear down upon them. Sometimes it is for torture, to perform depraved acts that I shall not describe in an attempt to provoke insanity. Sometimes it is a cacophony of otherworldly screeching that sounds all around the town, reverberating in every home, in every mind. Sometimes it is nothing but a silent stare. That seems to be the most effective method of eliciting madness. All subjected to their gaze inevitably succumb. But the most terrifying are the random and sudden dismemberments. It is enough to make me doubt everything I thought I understood about the beings. If instilling madness is their goal, then why do they so violently rip random residents limb from limb? It is not a consistent practice. Nothing is with them. Perhaps that then is the point, to further instill madness in us, those who hide. There are few of us now. We have all attempted to flee at some point, but we always end up right back in Crenshaw. Fighting does nothing. We have little ordnance here, only the firearms owned by rural Americans, which in most cases will be enough to repel a small army, but they have no effect on the creatures, the harbingers, as we have deemed them, because along with their arrival, another phenomena has occurred, one in the minds of every last resident of Crenshaw: nightly visions of Armageddon, the earth cracking and swallowing up humanity in a maw of fire and smoke, meteors falling from the sky, Oceans boiling, calamity and devastation, death and madness brought to every man, woman, and child. Always the same dreams. Every time anyone sleeps, I have considered ending my own life. Many of us have, but I can't bring myself to do it. None of us can. When we get close, a deep, revolting, yet irresistible curiosity overtakes us. A desire to know about the harbingers, to look upon them, to understand them, to see what happens next. Every day it grows stronger. And so I hide and I wait. I wait to see what the harbingers will bring.